Created on the 1st of April 1976 out of the then northwestern state, Niger State, popularly referred to as the Power State, occupies a vantage position in Nigeria's geopolitical setting. Niger State is made up of 25 local government areas and has over 50 tourist attractions spread across each of the local governments. Among the state's most interesting tourist attractions is the massive iconic gift of nature, the Zuma Rock. Thus, Niger State can be described with no better words than a haven for tourists and investors.
We are here at the base of Zuma Rock. Zuma Rock is popularly known as the rock with the human face. Although this rock is located at the borders of Abuja, it is situated here in Suleja, Niger State. This rock, which was known for its mystic powers, will soon become a tourist haven. This is a step in ensuring that the present administration's decision to revamp the state's tourism sector is accomplished. This is to ensure that revenue is generated for the state and also the menace of unemployment is curbed in Niger State.
The rock, which is usually referred to as the rock with human face, actually has features like those of the human, which seem to stare hard at anyone, even from a distance. These features truly become more obvious as one gets closer. Surrounded by lush vegetation, this prime tourist delight offers a great attraction. Unexpectedly, anyone who passes by cannot ignore the sheer smooth, massive granite rock that towers towards the sky. While the area around the rock seems uninhabited, except for some uncompleted and abandoned buildings at its base, it is interesting to note that at the back of the rock lies a busy settlement. The first settlers at the back of Zuma Rock were the Koro tribe, who subsequently formed the Chachi village. History has it that the people of the Koro tribe migrated from Kano State to settle in Niger State. Malam Abdullahi Chachi is a direct descendant of the initial settlers.
According to history, we were migrated from Kano to Tumbawa before this area. Now, in fact, after our arrival here, people on those days, they made guinea fowls in this Zuma area. Then the name of that Zuma, this guinea fowl, we call it Azu. So when these birds are plenty there, we turn to the name of Zuma. Because there we face this guinea fowls. That's the name come about of Zuma. The rock was given the name of Zuma. That's the number one.
Someone made me to understand that Zuma means honey. I don't know if...
No. They are misinterpreting it. Zuma, it means, when it says Zuma, that means Hausa. Hausa call it honey Zuma. Why we travel in Kuru call it Esu. I think you understand. Aha. So, you see, after these people, our generation that we are here, we are pagans, traditional all over here in Suleja Emirate, called Abuja before. We no get Suleja before it was Abuja, coming to federal capital. We turned the name to be Abu. We gave them the name of Abuja. Suleja returned Suleja. So, on those days, we are here, or we are pagans, not nowadays, because we are religious body now. We have traditional things that we want to play. Anybody who die on those days, they believe that this here is their heaven. Anybody who die, they say has gone to Zuma. We have so many juju that they will play. When an aged man die, we make a big ceremony. The women they will dance about 7 days, making a feast, saying that this man has gone to Zuma.
According to Abdullah Chachi, before the advent of Islam, the people of Chachi village, like any other traditional setting, had their beliefs and practices which had to do with the rock. Some of these practices were stopped soon after the Chachi embraced Islam. However, some of the beliefs still persist. While some consider the rock to be a great wonder of nature and a tourist site, others hold it in awe as they believe that the rock has mystical powers that consume people who dare to get close to her. Could these beliefs be true?
Nobody has ever, during their time, has ever been to Zuma area. It was in 1944. I think you understand. One DO, white man, Mr. Smith. And one year by King Kaswa at Suleja in those days. And the Madaki of Suleja, they came here, and our old chief, the chief of Zuba, was included in that in 1944 when they came here. We were inside the other old village. So they came to find out about Zuma. They approached our chief there. The chief said, well, traditionally we have not been going there. We don't know them, but we show you the way. Then they showed them the way. They went inside. And that's what we believe that happened. We don't know what has happened to them. They greeted them actually. Nothing happened to them, and they returned. We are the first people. First.
They went and came back?
Yes, they went and come back. They met them in the village. Yes. They didn't die. Those allegations is just formation. It's their natural belief. When you have fear of something, you can imagine anything.
Zuma Rock, no doubt, is a wonder that holds its admirers in awe. But perhaps for the myth surrounding it, this wonder has laid unharnessed for ages. It was therefore unprecedented that Governor Muazu Babangida Aliyu-led administration of Niger State broke the jinx and led a crowd of supporters, admirers and investors to this monument of nature. The theme of the expedition, which was tagged "I Conquered Zuma," was in no way an overstatement, as the event was historical to the existence of the rock. Perhaps individuals at one point or the other may have visited this rock, but at no time did a crowd gather to celebrate and invest into this icon of nature's beauty. Earlier, before the arrival of the chief servant, the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industries, Alhaji Umar Gadunasko, speaking to journalists, talked on what the expedition was all about, the face of Zuma and its potentials.
We're here to celebrate the fact that today we are conquering Zuma. And the reason why we're conquering Zuma is because people are afraid of this our loving face. We believe that looks sometimes are deceptive. You look at a person, he's scary. When you come close to him, you find out that he's lovable and caring. We believe that this face on Zuma Rock is a caring one. It has been watching over us, and we believe that we want to show the world that we could come around and play around Zuma Rock. This is a tourist potential of, I don't know how to really rate it. I believe that within the first year or two, if the resort, which we're going to witness the signing of the MOU today at the top of the rock, is in place, we believe in the second year of operations, we would see that Zuma Rock would be one of the #1 tourist destinations in the world. As you said, Zuma Rock, Niger State is taking the step, it's taking the bold step, because it has been in existence and it has needed a leader like the Chief Servant, Dr. Muazu Babangida Aliyu, to take this bold step, to show the world. He is going there today himself. And he has told the world, people have said, there was a story here yesterday, someone just touched the rock and he froze to death, or issues like that. So we would be there today and would prove to the world that Zuma is not that, and we're opening the gates to the world. Zuma has a lot of potentials, is a friend, it has a lot to offer to us. Apart from the tourism potentials, the investors are going to generate energy that is going to power the whole resort from the top because of the magnitude of the wind at the top of the hill. There's a lot that is going to come from Zuma Rock, and I believe what we are witnessing today, the resort, the signing of the MOU, is just the beginning and of many, many, many things to come.
Already seated and awaiting the arrival of the chief servant, Governor Muazu Babangida Aliyu, was a colorful array of traditional chiefs who were there not only to witness the grand occasion, but also to give their support to the giant stride being taken by the state government. Just after the national anthem, the chief servant, Governor Muazu Babangida Aliyu, in his usual calm and unassuming manner, gave a brief history of the myth surrounding the rock. He then encouraged the people of Niger State to see the rock as a gift of nature that can be transformed into a revenue-generating heritage through tourism.
This mountain, as we know, before the coming of Islam to this environment, had been worshipped by some people. Indeed, many of the villages surrounding it still hold it with awe and respect. But in our unbelief, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us, He has given us not only to enjoy the beauty of it, but also to fear Him and have more faith in Him. We have seen rivers, we have seen deserts, we have seen forests, and we have seen mountains. And this is one of the biggest and probably the most beautiful one, with all that is associated with it. We believe in the discussion that may follow some history of this particular mountain. Many people, as they drive in, they see a sign of a faith. There were times when sacrifices were made. In fact, legends holds it that in the olden days, the sacrifices of virgins were made for this hill or for this mountain. Later on, when Islam came, the sacrifices were more of cows. And today, here we are. Last, about a month or two ago, we have had some people to be at the top of the hill. Today, there are people already on top there, and many of us who will see the top of it. And by the grace of God, by the time we finish, we already have people who will come and build an amusement park together with the background of the mountain. And hopefully, it will attract many people, it will generate more revenue, and it will become much more useful to human beings as God has willed it.
In his speech, the Emir of Suleja, His Royal Highness Alhaji Muhammad Anwar Ibrahim, under whose domain Zuma Rock is situated, was full of